This is a PowerWorks podcast short with Glenn Power and me, James Piecowye. There's just not so many new cars on the road. So there was what did I say? I saw a new Tahoe yesterday, but it was an armor-covered one, so I'm not so sure. I'm not sure if there was a shake in it, but they did slow down right beside me, which got me a little nervous. But I think they were admiring the Christmas shirt.
Definitely.
And, I'm
100%.
looking over, taking a look over, black tinted windows. I'm thinking, okay, it's just a Tahoe. Until it went a little bit forward, so I don't know what they were doing. But we were going side by side, and I don't drive fast. So, it had bull bars on the back. And then I'm noticing the signal lights. And I'm going, those are kind of weird looking. Then I realized, they're weird looking because they must have a switch they can flick inside. And either they open up and machine guns come out, or you got the police, all the police gear then kicks in. So they wear strobe lights and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But it was a new one, and it kind of looked like an old one. Yeah. Like nothing had really changed.
Yeah.
So
it is so strange.
I'm not seeing a lot of new cars on the road right now. A couple now and then, but
we've got people in here now. Obviously, we're conscious that cost of living's high for everybody, so we are doing what we can. But we have people in here spending 2 and 3 times more than what they would have spent on their cars equivalent 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Because what option do they have?
Yeah.
They sell it, okay, they get a decent price for it, but it's broken, so they'll get beat on the price. But everything used is super high because there's no new.
Yeah. I got a friend who she was talking about she's going to start looking for used cars. So the great story, though. This is a classic one. So driving a Volvo Estate, late model, air conditioning issue. So the air conditioning, they've got it fixed, I don't know, half a dozen times. Not here. I keep saying, go to PowerWorks. At least get them to look at it.
Volvo AC is notorious.
Yeah. So this thing, they get it fixed. And even when they get it fixed, it really doesn't work.
Ouch.
So they were sharing the story, though. And she's going, but I love the Volvo because it is rock solid. It's a great car. Only problem is this AC does not work. And she said yesterday, her husband drove the thing to take to the garage because it was making a new sound. She goes, unrecognizable sound, but it was new and got me a little worried. And when someone's used to driving a car that makes a lot of sounds and then suddenly it's making a sound that gets you worried, it's probably something. But she was telling the story about the AC because she's saying, this AC hasn't worked for years. We keep getting it fixed, and every time we get it fixed, it's $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000, and then it still doesn't work. It works for a week or two, and then so she's going. The real indication was we can't drive this thing another summer was a year ago or so. They're at Festival City at the PCR testing line.
No.
June.
Oh no!
They thought it was going to be fast. They get into the line. It's early in the morning. No one's going to be here. They get into the line, and there's no turning back. They're in the line for an hour. Midday, no AC. Everyone in the car, windows are open. They can't back out. They're too committed now. He said cloth seats soaked through. They're soaked through. It was
devastated.
I'm not going to mention anyone's name. Just Nirmala. If you know Nirmala and the Volvo, you'll know the story. And she was telling me this last night. She was just laughing. She says, her daughters don't let her live this down. She said, they were literally balancing up off the seats because the seats were soaked, but they're also cloth, so they were hot.
Oh.
And the car is running, blowing hot air.
Yeah. Yeah. The worst thing you can do when the AC isn't working, the first thing you need to do is turn your fan off, and stop it blowing air in.
Yeah.
Because the air that comes in is hot off the engine.
Dude.
Oh no.
So they're thinking they got to start looking.